in Re Arundhati Roy. This is a landmark judgment related to contempt of court. The judgment was delivered by Honorable Supreme Court Judges Justice G.B. Pattanaik and Justice R.P. Sethi. An organization, namely Narmada Bachao Andolan, filed a petition under Article 32 of the Constitution of India in Supreme Court. The petitioner was a movement or Andolan whose leaders and members were concerned about the alleged adverse environmental impact of the construction of the Sardar Sarovar Reservoir Dam in Gujarat and the far-reaching and tragic consequences of the displacement of hundreds of thousands of people from their ancestral home that would result from the submerging of the vast extents of land to make up the reservoir. During the pendency of the writ petition, court passed various orders. By one of the orders, the court permitted to increase the height of the dam to RL 85 meter, which was resented to and protested by the writ petitioners and others, including the respondent. The respondent Arundhati Roy, who was not a party to the writ proceedings, published an article entitled "The Greater Common Good," which was published in Outlook magazine and in some portion of a book written by her. Two judges of Supreme Court forming the three judges bench felt that the comments made by her were prima facie a misrepresentation of the proceedings of the court. It was observed that judicial process and institution cannot be permitted to be scandalized or subjected to contumacious violation in such a blatant manner it had been done by her. So the court held that the respondent is proved to have shot the arrow intended to damage the institution of the judiciary and thereby weaken the faith of the public in general, and if such an attempt is not prevented, disastrous consequences are likely to follow, resulting in the destruction of rule of law, the expected norm of any civilized society. Court further held that the respondent has committed the criminal contempt of Supreme Court by scandalizing its authority with malafide intentions. The respondent was therefore held guilty for the contempt of the court punishable under Section 12 of the Contempt of the Court Act 1971. Court sentenced respondent Arundhati Roy to simple imprisonment for 1 day and to pay a fine of Rs 2,000.